Welcome to Potomac, Maryland for the closing holes of the 2020 Independence Open from TPC Potomac at Avenel Farms. This is Tenacious Sports, and we do simulated sports on YouTube to try and simulate real life sports. Although at times we do things like this, which is a fictional tour. So let me see something. The lighting may be a little sketchy here at times, but I'm doing the best I can. So we have had a relatively interesting round so far. This is a C-tier tournament, so not as many big names involved in this one. But as you can see, we are through the leader, Max Elliott, is through the front nine. He's going to get started on the back here shortly with his playing partner, Marcus Simanowicz Jr., who is the brother of Dave Simanowicz Jr. But just to give you some background, I have created a little bit of a view here, and we could find tell you a little bit about Max Elliott, who is actually the easiest way to do this is to type it in. So here we are. Let me just look here, there. So Max Elliott, first year on tour here. He has so far won 48,000 or thereabouts. He's ranked 192nd currently on tour in points. Best finish 42nd. 3 cashes so far in 11 starts. So he's looking for a big breakthrough in this tournament. And we will get right to that here shortly. We are having to start with the emerging contender role. As you can see on the scoreboard there. Where did I put that chart? Oh, it's up there. 4 under par. The leader, Max Elliott, is 4 under par on his round. So because of that, the Australian, he's not quite played well enough to avoid an emerging contender role for this group, which basically simulates somebody having a really good round and maybe emerging much closer. So we only roll once, and I have the chart in front of me, and it's 25. In this game, we take the dice, read them in ascending order, so 25 is the way we read that, and that means there is no emerging contender for this round. So we're just going to keep on going, and usually where we would start is 15, but I've already played out several of the golfers ahead of time here, so you could see them near the bottom. Those are the out of contender guys, and they are finished, so we're not even going to worry about them. But where we're going to start is we're going to start on the 14th, which is a short par 4. One of the things I used to love about this course, Avenel, TPC Avenel, was that it had some really easy holes. Now, one of the things that they did when they redesigned this course several years ago was they converted a par 5, a very reachable par 5, into a par 4, which becomes a tough par 4. That's not 14. I think that's actually maybe 15, possibly 13. I forget which. But 14 has stayed the same, which is a short, easy eagle possibility of a par 4. So 299 yards. So the only way you go with course control is with a 5 roll. Everything else is golfer control. And Carson Riddell finds himself 7 back here with just about 6 to play. Actually 5 to play. So he's marginally in contention. And we're just going to go ahead and play him. He's got 1 blue chip. And let's see how he plays this double cordial par 4. And he has control. 2, 3, 6 is going to check if he is legend or shaper. He is shaper, so he will make the gallery cheer with a beautiful drive. And with a green 3, it's going to check if he is a hero or a champion. Well, the decider die says he's not a champion. Is he a hero? He is a hero on this hole, so that will give him the opportunity for an easy birdie. And seeing that he needs more. He needs to make some putts on these later holes, which are much tougher. He's going to try and make this 1 to 4 chance, and he does make it. So a birdie for Rodell on 14 brings him to -5. He's within 6. He's going to need some help, but if he can post a score, maybe -7 somehow, that may put some pressure on these guys coming down the stretch. Again, it's a tough batch of holes as you come in from 15 on. 13th, relatively easy par 4, so this is definitely not the converted par 5 that I was talking about. 360 yards, garden variety short par 4, and this is going to be Derek Young, who is one behind the American young player. And let's go ahead and take a look at his career thus far, since we have this information available. He's from New York, New York, and his best finish is 3rd this year on the Minnesota Classic. He has played in 16 tournaments over 2 years. Finished just a bit outside the 125 last season in points, but has won over $1 million this year on tour, and he is looking good to be, maybe even win this tournament. He has really come on here towards the second half of this tournament and really has poured it in here. So let's see what he can do on this short par 4, 360 yards. And let's see. Again, 4 golfer control rolls here. So we got that with the 3. So 2, 3, 3 on a par 4. Is he king? No, he's not king. So this is going to go to the short game chart with a green 3. And if he was soft, he'd have a pin check. Instead, he's going to have an easy roll at a putt for par, so he knocks it within 6 feet here. And as long as he doesn't end up with 6s, he makes it, and he does. So maybe a slightly disappointing par at 13. Although Elliott is coming into a bit of a tougher stretch of holes on the starting to back 9. Okay, so Boyd Jaeger now will be the next guy that we're taking a look at. And again, I'm going to go ahead and just run you through some of these guys. As if I can. So, British. Is he British? Wow. Couldn't remember if... Let's see. Yep, he is British. He's 37 years old, and he has not won yet. He has finished second at Bay Hill this year, and has won almost. He could crack the $3 million mark here, depending. He's probably not going to win this tournament, but he has, because he is currently 7 back, kind of like Rodell was. So chances are he is not going to be pulling through here for a victory, but he's here playing his 12th. It's not too difficult of a par 3. There's only 2 degrees of course control, but if you do get on those, it's semi-daunting, and that can lead to some bogeys. So, but he gets a 2, so it's going to be 2.55. He's not a hacker, that would be under iron. So now we go to experience. He's an icon. So green 5 asks, is he a prospect? He's not, so he'll have a moderate birdie putt. So he's got 2 red chips, and he's just going to hold on to them. He needs a 1 or a 2 on this roll, and he misses. So that gives him an easy par. Now he is going to use a red chip to go from an easy par to a moderate par. That'll be 1 to 5, and he makes that. So he's potentially sacrificing that putt there in order to clear a red chip. Okay, we're going to go back to 11 now with Chris Funk and Bob Kleckner. Chris Funk will play first, and let's go ahead. We've got 4 more golfers to take a look at here. So this group will be Chris Funk. He is one of my custom cards. And so his best finish on tour, he's been on the tour 3 years. He finished 96th in the first season. His best finish, he did have a top 20 in San Diego in 2018, looking for another top 10 here. Has played well so far, but he would significantly boost his earnings if he could get a top 5 here. So that is Chris Funk, Bob Kleckner. So Funk from Cincinnati, Atlanta, Bob Klechner is a veteran of the tour, 44 years old. He's having his best year so far. He's broke $1 million in earnings this year. Got a 5th out in Arizona, 4 top 10s, and he's cashed dozen and change times here, as he's cashed in all but 2 of the tournaments he started. So that's where we are at with those guys. So back to the game, and 470 on this one. It measures, and it's a tough one. This is a really tough hole. Extra distance forces golfers to gamble. Hazards all around. There's water here on your second shot. And so Chris Funk will be the first to play. He doesn't have enough blue chips to try and take control. So that'll be course control 15. Is the decided eye bullet? It is, yes. Ball bounces into the creek. So he is in the water with his first shot. So that's a disappointing drive, and it's going to lead to possibly a big score here. Let's see. Green 4. And also it's got the asterisks, or the exclamation marks. So that is going to add difficulty to the putt. Is he sunny? One moment here as I check. He is not sunny. So it's a moderate putt for bogey. But it's going to become difficult because of the exclamation mark. So Chris Funk with a difficult bogey putt needs a 1-3, and he does make the bogey. So a good recovery after putting it in the water off the tee. But Funk is going to drop to -4. And it's looking like his chances at his first victory are wandering away. Now here's Bob Kleckner, and he also does not have enough chips to take control. 34 is going to be Golf Cam course. Green 3. This is going to be tough because it's going to be daunting. Yeah, it's a clutch bogey putt. So he's going to gamble his blue chip to try to double it here. He's going to leave it in there. He needs a 1-3, and he gets a 5, so he'll lose the blue chip. And now it's going to be a double. Easy double, and he drops 2 more to -5. And man, these guys, Max Elliott and Marcus Simanowicz, are going to have to play it. These holes as well. We'll see if they can fare as well. Now, this final group, Elliott and Simanowicz, they're coming to the 10th, which is a moderately difficult par 5. Not super difficult, but more so than you might expect. And we already showed you Max Elliott, so let's go ahead and bring up Marcus Simanowicz Jr. He's actually not junior. Marcus Simanowicz, Stockton, California native, 25 years old. He's younger brother of Dave, and I guess said he was a cook, or he studied cooking, but instead he's become a pro golfer, and hasn't had a top 10 yet. He should be here. He just missed the top 10 in Minnesota there a couple weeks ago. So at 142, he should jump up into the top 100 with a finish here, which it looks like he's going to, because he is currently in 3rd place. 560-yard par 5. There's water down the left side, and it will be Max Elliott, the first to play, coming off a par at 10. He had a 31 on the front 9, and he's lucky. So when a player's lucky, if he doesn't have a blue chip, you give him one. And that's what he's got here. And it's double cordial with a white 6. That's an automatic birdie, and he won't have to use his blue chip to get that. And that's going to give him a 2-shot lead over Derek Young. Moves him -12. He's having a round to remember here as he's looking for his first victory on tour and to secure his tour status for a couple years. Now, Marcus Simanowicz has extra control. Now, he's going to get his own tap-in birdie. And so that's going to keep him within 4 shots. So birdie there in that last group on the easy 10th. So in the groups I've played, the 10th, we had 6 birdies, 2 bogeys, and 2 pars. So playing pretty easy there. Okay. So now we've gotten some of the introductions out of the way, as this is there are some golfers here that are a little new. And we have some old familiar faces like Boyd Jaeger and Carson Rodell. But we're going to play the 15th here with Rodell. Like I said before, we finished out the ones that are turned over early. I went ahead and played them on the out of contention chart because they were out of contention. You could see them at the bottom of the scoreboard. But Rodell will play this 496-yard par 4. I think this was the one that they switched from a par 5 to a par 4. 5 degrees of course difficulty, semi-daunting. Before I continue, this game is called History Maker Golf. It says it in the description. If you're interested, up on the right-hand corner of your screen, you will see the URL for Play Classic, where you could order this game and play it yourself. You could order this set. You can order. So this is a fictional set. These golfers are not real. They have real sets based on the tour this year and some historic tours. So lots of fun to be had here with this game. But okay, so Rodell is going to play this tougher converted par 5. I don't know, unless it's 16. Is it 16? Doesn't say, but let's go. Rodell. And he's going to be 44, so when we have course control, see how there's 5 degrees of course control here? So we take the black and the silver, that's going to be 44, and we look at the 44, and that's got a bunker symbol and a 2. So that means he has hit his approach shot into the sand, and with a green 5, it's going to see if he has the sandy quality. His card has semi-sandy, so semi means we need the decide or die roll, and the decide or die says no, so he's not sandy on this one, so it's going to leave him with a difficult par putt. 1 to 3, and he misses that. Now a moderate is 1 to 5. You can see the putt ranges at the bottom. He does make the putt for bogey, but that's going to set him back to -4. And like I said before, these guys are all going to have to be playing these tougher holes coming in, so we'll find out who's going to be the victor. Derek Young at the 14th. This is a scoring hole. He would be looking to try and cut into this lead, maybe even if he could catch an eagle. Let's see. He'll have control. 2, 4, 5. Is he a legend? He's semi-legend. The dot is not there, so we go to the short game check with a green 4. He's not stoned, so he'll have an easy par putt. That's going to be a chance wasted, maybe the last chance for a birdie on this back 9, as 15 through 18 are much more challenging. So Derek Young plays 13 and 14 par. If Simanowicz or Elliott can get hot on those 2 holes, that might be it. And obviously Elliott has the lucky designation right now. All right, so Jaeger at the 13th, lingering, and he's going to, so it's not double cordial, so that's going to be a patient par. He'll earn a blue chip, which means he cancels his red chip. So that's that. Now we're going to go to Kleckner and Funk at the 12th. And it'll be Chris Funk with the honor. Doesn't have enough blue chips, but in this one is only 2 degrees of course difficulty, so it's pretty manageable. And then he'll get another blue chip for a par right there on that patient par with a white 6. And now Kleckner grabs his 8-iron here on this par 3, lines it up, and it's going to be course control 55. He finds the rough just right of the green, and then a 5 on that. A tough lie in there. It's going to be a tough up and down for him here. So rough in 1 and a 5. Is he a master? He would find out under recovery, and he's not. So he's going to have a difficult par putt. Needs a 1 to 3, 50% chance of making this, about 10 feet. And he misses it. So now moderate bogey. He leaves himself 3 feet, and he does make that. So a bogey for Kleckner. He's going to drop a shot to -4. And Max Elliott, with his lucky quality, is really hit the jackpot here. Now he doesn't have 2 chips. He's gonna have to use it here at some point. Let's see what he gets here. And he needs a clutch putt for par with the 3 6s. So let's see, can he get a 1 to 3? You know what? He doesn't care. He doesn't need 2 chips. He's gonna take that blue chip and use it. That's going to make him a 1 to 5. Oh, and he still misses. So this is going to lead to an easy bogey now, which it was a 5 and a 6. That's a bogey for Elliott. So there is a crack in the armor there, and Elliott drops to -11 and brings Derek Young right back into it. Only 1 shot lead now. Now Marcus Simanowicz could draw within 2 with a birdie here. He has extra control, so a 4 on the white die would be the only way he can get control. So it's a 2, 16. He's in the rough in 1. Green 2. He's not master, so he's got a moderate par putt. Needs a 1 to 4, or I mean a 1 to 5, and he makes it. Makes his par. Will hold in there at -8. He's keeping hold of the 2 blue chips that he has. To the 16th hole. Shorter, but still hard. Par 4, 4 degrees of course difficulty. Course control. And a semi-daunting. So, so it says it's going to be treacherous. We're going to have Rodell playing this. And he gets a 1, so he'll have control. 1, 3, 6. Rodell at -4, having a tough go of it here. Would love to put in a couple birdies here. Duffer Scatter, no. Is he a hero? Semi-hero. Doesn't have the dot, so it goes to mood. He does not have a mood at the moment. Green 6, so he's not sunny. It's going to be a difficult putt for par. And so he's going to be stormy as he misses it. Had to make a go of it. And so that's going to leave him with a moderate bogey. And this is going to be tough going in. This is going to be a bit of a bloodbath, I think, for these guys. Maybe Elliott will be able to use the blue chips just to keep his putts 1 easier. We'll see. Derek Young now at the 15th. He only has 1 chip. So he's going to have to... And he gets a 1. That's not going to help him here. 35 golf cam course with a green 3. It's semi-daunting, no dot, so he gets a break on that. With a green 3, it's not daunting, so he's going to have a clutch par putt. Needs a 1 to 3 in order to double his blue chips and to stay within 1. And he makes it. So he will remain at -10. And better yet, he's got 2 blue chips which could come into play on these tougher holes. He could take advantage. You could take control on a semi-daunting or daunting hole with chips, the 2 chips. Okay, board Jaeger. You get a top 5 here if he plays this well. So 3, 4, 6 on the par 4. We have also this course. The greens are firm. We haven't run into that yet. 3, 4, 6. Bomber or dynamic. Neither of those. So he overshoots the green. And 3, is he soft? He isn't soft, so he has an easy par putt. 6, 6 would be a miss, so he makes it. And that's that for 14. 13. We have Chris Funk. It's just tough to see any of these guys that are just on the outside being able to make a run. So 155. Bomber or Duffer, neither of those. Champion, he's not a champion. So right now, Funk right now is semi-cold. And that's gonna, is he cold? Yes, with decider dice. So let's see what's that gonna. It's a difficult putt for par. So a tough break there. He needs a 1 to 3. He holes it out. So a nice 7-foot par putt to stay at -4 in a 3-way tie for 4th. Bob Kleckner, he's in that tie, and he will take his par with a white 6 and a blue chip. Move back to 12. Little par 3. It'll be Marcus Simanowicz Jr. coming off of a par. Elliott with his 2nd bogey of the day. Tough to get those with the lucky, but this is a tougher course. Simanowicz, a 4 would also get him control. He's going to get another blue chip and a par on that white 6. So he's going to have 3. So he's got an opportunity to maybe get a birdie or 2 on these easy holes with those blue chips. Let's see. Maybe make a putt or 2 better. All right, so Elliott. 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that is not going to be good. Miscalculated swing. It's going to be a difficult putt for par. Well, he's going to use the blue chip since he gets one every hole if he runs out. So that's going to make it moderate, 1 to 5, and he does make it. So he pars that one, and we'll stay at -11 with a 1-shot lead over Derek Young. Young coming to the 16th. But first we'll see Carson Riddell over on 17. And we'll be taking our first gander at the 17th when we have a choice on this one, par 3. Choose whether to play it safe or go for it. So this is a water shot. You got to clear the water. You could take the safe one here and give yourself a double difficult birdie putt, which is basically a lag. If you go for it, the decider I tell is whether you get an easy birdie putt or you chunk it in the water. Well, and it's only on these chances here that are the question mark. 55, 35, 56, 66. Well, Riddell, he'll go for it. Yeah, he'll go for it. It's 12. It's going to be in the rough and 1 with a green 1. So he's going to have a chance here to chip in maybe. On this par 3, rough and 1, green 1. He's not a workman, so yep, we'll roll the white and the decider, and if it's 1 and dot, it's in. 2 and dot, not in. It's going to be an easy par putt. So 6-6 would miss, and he misses it. He misses the easy par putt, so that'll leave him a gimme bogey, and Rodell runs into a snafu on 17. He's going to drop another shot to -2, and he's bogeyed 3 in a row, having a rough end of his round. And while we're here, let's take 18. Let's just go ahead and play out 18 for him. It's daunting. We'll roll the white in this one and just put him out of his misery. That's going to be a par for him. Whoops. And there, so we will take Rodell out of the equation now. He's going to finish at -2. Still in the top 7 at this point, at least. Okay. No sense in taking too much more time with that guy, as he's, at least he parred 18 after that bogey stretch. All right, so 16, Derek Young. And let's see, is there any... He's going to go ahead right here and use a blue chip to give a roll out here. Is he going to need two? He's going to need both of them. So he's going to take control on this, and he's going to take the gamble here. Try to gain the lead as Elliott is coming to an easier part. He's thinking he needs to kind of like put that up there right at -11 here in this spot. Oh, and there went the decider die, careening out of the... That'll be 3, 4, 6 par 4 chart, and the decider die was yes. 3, 4, 6. Bomber or dynamic? He is a bomber, so he's going to hit it long. He can't get a blue chip because he already spent them. The gallery cheers, green 6. He's not a hacker. Difficult putt for birdie. He's going to need a 1 to get a birdie here. So he should at least get his par, but he needs a 1. He could lag it. He's going to go ahead and try and make this. Needs a 1. Gets a 4. Now a moderate par. Needs to avoid a 6, and he does. So Derek Young par is 16. A little disappointing there. He tried to really focus hard on that one, and it didn't come to fruition. Now the 15th for Boyd Jaeger. This 5 course control hole. He doesn't have any chips, so we go 16. He's in the rough and 1 with a green 3, so average lie. Rough and 1, green 3. Workman, no. So it's going to be an easy par putt. And no 6s, so he's good. Well, something's slowing down here just a little bit. Bear with me, please. There we go. Okay. Back to 14, and Funk and Kleckner at the easy 14th. These guys are both struggling to stay in contention. 2, 2, 3, par 4. Not a legend. He's a semi-hero, doesn't have the dot, so we go to mood. Funk does not have... Could be in a funk, but he's not. So 2, he's not sunny, so that's going to lead to... let's see, 2 sunny. It's going to lead to a difficult birdie putt. He's going to try and make it. Needs a 1, and he misses. So now moderate par makes that. And now Klechner. 4, 6, 6. Shaper, no. Hot. Klechner is not hot, so we go to experience. He is an icon. He's going to have a moderate birdie putt. Klechner, quite a ways back. He's just going to try and make it 1 to 2, and he makes it. A good putt there from 15 feet. Birdie for Klechner, gets to -5. It's going to be a good cash day for him, but he's not going to win this tournament by all currently imagined scenarios in my mind. Okay, to 13, Marcus Simanowicz Jr. Course control 25. Is he laser or champion? He's got semi-champion, so yes. So that's going to be Golf Cam Green. So he avoids the sand. Green 4 on the par 4. Is it friendly? Semi-friendly. We need to re-roll this. Is it friendly? Yes. It's going to be a clutch birdie putt. And he is semi-gold. He's got to hope he can roll a 1 to 4 here. And he's got it. So a birdie for Marcus Simanowicz Jr. And maybe he can make a charge here. He's within 2. Max Elliott, he's lucky, so he gets a blue chip here. He can improve a putt. He could take control if he wanted to. He's going to probably improve a putt. It's going to be course control. He's going to be in the rough in 2, so he's going to have a pin chance here. Rough in 2, green 1. He's not a workman, so we're going to have a pin. Let's roll white and decider. If it's 1 dot, it's in, and it's 2. So that'll be an easy par. And he's going to go ahead and use it to make it gimme. Might as well rule out the possibility of missing an easy par if you can help it there. Hi, Hammer Time. So you've got Elliott in yours too. Yeah, so his cards has the single T. The first set that I had, it was 2 T's, so I've left it that way, even though that's not what it says on my card, but it's the same guy. All right, so we finished out Riddell here a little quickly, so he's way out of contention. Could do the same thing with some of these other guys, but since Derek Young is still right there within 1, so he's gonna take the safe approach. He does not want to end up in the water. So it's gonna be 22, rough in 1. So he finds the rough on this par 3. And a green 5. He's a semi-master and has a dot, so he is going to get away with an easy par. So as long as he doesn't roll 6s, and he makes it, so that's a good par. If he could go par, par, par here on the way in, that would put a lot of pressure on Elliott. Even though Elliott still has the gimme birdie kind of 14th to go. Okay, Jaeger at 16. He'd love a top 5. He just needs to keep it between the lines here on the way in if he can help it. 12. Bunker in 2 on this par 4. So he's in the green side bunker. Green 3. Is he chunky? No, he's actually semi-sandy. So it's a gimme par. And this should work out. It does. So a par for Jaeger. Out of 15. The first of this murder stretch down the way in here, and it'll be Bob Kleckner. He's going to get a second blue chip with a par, so that's a great break for him. Chris Funk. I mean, Klechner, Funk, neither of these guys are really going to find much going on here as far as victory goes. Golf Cam course with the 25 and then a green 5. Daunting, semi-daunting with a dot, so he's going to get hit with a double difficult putt for par. It's going to be a sure bogey here. We do the lag roll. 1-1 dot is a make, but that's going to be a bogey. Easy bogey after the lag of the double difficult. And now we've got Simanowicz within 2, coming to 14, scoring hole, and he's got some blue chips here to use. Now Max has a blue chip every hole. So let's see what Marcus can do here on the 299-yard 14th. So Darren, basically the play games in changes, morphs the players every couple of years. So for me, I'm playing like a 30 tournament gig here. It takes me about the time that it takes them to print another cycle of these. So, and I did change, like this guy here, Funk, which is one I created. I do update those as well. So I don't make drastic changes. I try to make it be somewhat subtle. Try to have it be where I use random numbers to say, okay, well, maybe we have this, like the irons get a little better, or the recovery, one of the recovery things gets a little worse, or something like that. Try to make it relatively consistent. So here's Simanowicz. 115. Would have loved a direct, but he's not going to get it on that. Yeoman or scatter, he's not that. And he's not utility, so it's a moderate birdie putt. Now, he could use blue chips here. Instead, he's going to hope he makes this 1-2. He's going to take his chances. It's about an 18-foot putt. He's got, 1/3 chance of making it. Oh, and he's in. Within 1, Simanowicz. I keep wanting to say Marcus Simanowicz Jr., but it's Dave who would be the junior. And Marcus Simanowicz is hot as he's coming through these easy holes. Maybe he'll take control on 15 and see if he can get a hot roll off the golfer chart. Now here's Max Elliott. He gets a blue chip because he's lucky. Rolled that before the round. Course control, 45. Going to be golf cam course, so we should get a birdie look here. And a 1. Cordial, it's double cordial, so that is a clutch birdie putt. He's neutral. He's going to make it gold. Needs a 1 to 5. Since he's going to get a blue chip next hole anyway, he's going to try and make it, and he makes it. So 1 to 5, that's a birdie, and he extends his lead to 2 over Young, but in Simanowicz keeps pace. And now we're through the easy holes. And we've got Derek Young at the 18th. '18 isn't that hard. It's not the worst in the world. It's only 2 degrees of course difficulty, so these guys can handle this. So based on this, you probably don't want to save your chips for here. You probably want to use them 16, maybe 7. 17 is probably not a bad place either because you got water involved. And but I will also say if you got those question marks on it on 17, you have a half chance at a birdie if you hit those. So, or a half chance at a birdie roll. So here's Young, so 465 yards. So this is semi-legend. Oh, he's a bomber. So this is actually semi-daunting for Derek Young. So even a 4 and a 5 aren't so bad for him. And it's a 5, 35. Golf cam course, green 5. Is it daunting? Well, it's semi-daunting for him, but the decider die says it's going to be full daunting. So he has a double difficult putt for par. And I feel like he's got to make it. So we're going to go ahead and roll. I rarely roll double difficult putts, but he has a double difficult par putt. It's a 1. You got to roll a 1 to make it. Thanks, Darren. I'll have some more second season here at some point. I also have ASG golf. I haven't really done too much with. I keep having to go on with these tournaments. I want to have this completed at some point before or during the summer. So can Derek Young get a 1 here and close out with a par? It's a 4. So now he needs a difficult bogey. 1 to 3, and he does make the bogey. So tough finish for him. It was 3 straight birdies on the front part of the back 9, but he played 13 and 14, which are simple holes, and he just didn't play them well enough, and it kind of stalled him out. So now he's in the clubhouse at -9. It doesn't mean that you can't see Elliott bottle it down the stretch here, but with him being lucky, it might be tougher. So here's Jaeger at 17. And I appreciate, Darren, I appreciate you saying that about second season because I haven't played that game in a year plus, and I got into playing some Stratomatic football, but I do think second season is a good game. So 45 is, and I forgot to say whether he was going for it. It doesn't matter because 45 is golf cam course. So we'll just play this par 3 with a green 2. Not cordial. Is it daunting? Semi-daunting? No. So it'll be an easy par putt. So he's going to get away with that shot on a tough hole and make his par. So now Kleckner at 16. And he'll save it. Let's see. He might want to use his blue chip. If he gets a birdie putt here, maybe it would help him out here. All right, 33 is going to be golf cam course, green 1. Is it cordial? No. Is he laser? No. Needs a clutch par putt. He's going to take his chances. Could get another blue chip if he makes it, and he does. So his neutral 3, 1 to 3, makes his par, and now he's got 3 blue chips to use on 17 and 18. Chris Funk. 24 is golf cam green 5. Neither friendly nor challenging. It'll be an easy par. And he drops it. Just trying to get this finished out here. Where some of these guys are well out of contention. So, okay, 15 for Simanowicz. And the other tough thing about Simanowicz is he's got these chips he can take control with, but when you got extra control, it tempts you to say, well, I'm taking away another chance for him. But let's hold on to these chips for now. Let's see what happens. He would need a white 4 to take control, but he doesn't get it. So rough and 2, green 1. So this is a good result. So a golf cam course with a semi-daunting or daunting is kind of difficult. It's usually par at best. Here we might have a chance at a birdie. So rough, what was this, 12, rough and 2, green 1. Is he workman? He's not, so he's got a pin chance. So if he gets a 1 and a dot, he pulls to within 1 of his playing partner, Elliott. Oh, and it's in. It's a 1 and a dot. Marcus Simanowicz. 3 birdies in a row. He is hot. He is on fire, and he is within 1. And now lucky Max Elliott has to see if he can match it. So let's see. The 4 would have helped Simanowicz with his extra control, but actually he got a pretty good break there going to the other part of the card. So 46 golf cam course. Here you go. This could be a 2-shot swing. Let's see. Golf cam course, par 4, green 6. Is it daunting? Semi-daunting. It is daunting. He needs a clutch putt for par. So he can use his chip. So 1 to 5, and he will stay 1 shot ahead. 1 to 5. Oh, and he misses it. Easy bogey. And he makes the bogey, but it's tied. Simanowicz on fire and making this interesting. All right, so Boyd Jaeger, nicknamed the Jaegermeister. Although his favorite drink is Goldschlager instead. So here we go at 18 with Boyd Jaeger. 2 degrees of course difficulty, and of course he's going to hit a 35 golf cam course. Green 6, is it daunting? If he's a legend or a bomber, he isn't. So it's still daunting. So this is a daunting hole. Yeah, he needs a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3. He misses. That would earn him a red chip, and we got to use it on the 18th. So it's going to take his easy follow-up to a moderate. That's the way I play it. So a moderate bogey, and Jaeger going to finish at -3. Tied for 5th. So good tournament for him. A lot of plus figures. We have a couple of guys. We have 3 guys under par. Of course, in the clubhouse, Derek Young with his -3 looking pretty good. But just not good enough here today. All right, so Klechner. And let's see. Yeah, he's gonna use chips here. He's gonna try and take control, and he's gonna need 2 to do it. Since it's semi-daunting, you need half the time you need 2, the other half just 1. But in this case, he needs 2. 5, 6, 6, par 3. Let's see how he turns out. Champion, semi-champion. He does not get the dot, so we go to experience. Is he icon? He is. He's got a moderate birdie putt. So can't use any more chips. And he makes the moderate birdie. So Kleckner solidifies his 4th place spot. Barring some kind of a freak accident on 18, he should get that. And now Chris Funk. So, yeah, we've got, and he has chips he could have used there too. Just 2. Probably better off not using those. So 66. And, G. Where is he at? -3. He would have gone for it. So, question mark. he goes for it, the bullet, so it's going to be an easy birdie putt. He'll go ahead and improve that to make it gimme. So kind of giving Chris Funk here an opportunity to jump over Jaeger with this birdie. Probably should have played it a little differently, but we'll make sure we play it right for the two leaders, as we're going to be bringing them to 17 right after they play 16 here. So Simanowicz Jr. looking pretty good. He's going to go ahead and take control of this. And he only needs to use one there, so he is in good shape. Simanowicz on 3 in a row, 1, 4, 6, par 4. Legend or dynamic. He's semi-dynamic, does not get the dot. Firm. Oh, it is a firm green, so it's going to roll off. So there, the firm green. We did the weather roll, and it made it firm, so it's come up to bite him here. Is he stoned? He's not. So easy par putt. So Simanowicz Jr. Oh, and he misses the easy par. 6-6 miss. Give me bogey. Huge miss. He drops out of that share of the lead. Now Elliott with only one chip is not going to be able to take control of this, but that's a terrible miss there for Simanowicz. .44. Oh, and here he's going to get a break. Simanowicz will get a break as Elliott ends up in the sand in 2 with a green 6. Is he sandy? No. He's going to have a double difficult putt for par. We're going to use the blue chip to make it difficult. Needs a 1 to 3, or he's going to bogey. And they're both going to end up -10. It's going to bring Derek Young back into this. Oh, and he misses. So moderate bogey. He needs to make this 1 to 5, and he does. But now Simanowicz and Elliott only 1 up on Derek Young, sitting in the clubhouse, waiting on these guys to come in. Let's get some of these other guys out of the way. It's going to get a little crazy here. And what I'm going to do here to close out is I'm going to go ahead and use I'm going to play this a little bit more like match play. I have to get some marker dice out, and I need to take care of a little can collection here. So sometimes I do this when I get to the point where we're in the final couple golfers. We'll go with red and blue. So this will make it feel a little more like golf. So Derek Young is finished with his round. But we're going to have Kleckner and Funk play 18. So we've got Simanowicz and Elliott tied. -10. We got Derek Young in the clubhouse -9. We've got Kleckner. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do anything with that. So we're going to do blue. Let's see who's first. Kleckner, Funk. All right. So what we do is we're going to play it like golf. We're going to have these guys get to the green at the same time, then we'll putt them out. So here's 18. Kleckner first. He doesn't have enough chips to use, but it's only 2 degrees of course difficulty. And he doesn't get control, so it's going to be rough in 2. Green 4. Is he a workman? No. He will end up with a moderate par putt. Blue moderate. And now we'll go Chris Funk. .26 is going to be sand in 2. Green 1. Chunky. He isn't chunky, so he's going to have a pin chance. So we will roll this. If it's 1 dot, it's in. 5, so 5 is a moderate putt for par as well. And let's have Kleckner go first. He's going to use his chip to make it easy. And the same will be for Funk. So we're going to move these guys both over. We'll go Kleckner first, easy par, and he makes it. So they've made their putts easier, and now Funk to close out his round, and he makes his par. So Kleckner -6, Funk -4. Funk with a top 5 finish. That should really help his chances at keeping things together on the tour here going forward. Okay, so now we've got, so these guys are not in contention for the victory, so we can move them out of the way. We've got Simanowicz and Elliott. Both guys coming off bogey, but Simanowicz will have the honor as we come to 17. Simanowicz, I think both these guys are going to play safe on this hole. But Simanowicz is going to try and take control of this. He has 2 blue chips. Oh, and he gets a break there, so he doesn't even need the second one to take control. So he doesn't have to worry about whether to go for it or play safe. 3, 5, 6. Not the greatest sounding roll in the world. Par 3 chart. Is he champion? Semi-champion with a dot. He's going to have an easy putt for birdie. Let's slap it down there. A 1-4. And now Max Elliott. He will get a blue chip as he's lucky. He's next to play. He doesn't have enough to check to see if he can take control. And that's an 11. He's in the rough and 1. We forgot to say what I was going to say. He'd play safe anyway, but 11, rough and 1, green 4. Workman. He's not a workman. He'll have a moderate par putt, so he will go. Let's see. We're gonna have Simanowicz go first with the 1-4 birdie. And he is going to use his other blue chip. He had 2 to start. He used 1. Going to use the second one. It's going to push that to gimme. Now a 6-6 miss would be the way to miss this. He can get back that bogey he had on 16 with a birdie here, and would give him a 1-shot lead going into 18, and he makes it. Birdie for Simanowicz Jr. And now Elliott with his moderate par putt. He's going to use the blue chip to make it easy. And now he just has to avoid the 6s to avoid a 2-shot swing. And he's fine. And now we will move to 18. Simanowicz, 1-shot lead. Nobody, well, Elliott can have a blue chip. We'll give it to him now here. But now Simanowicz has the tee. He can also get control with a 4 with that extra control. You can't see it because it's moved up there. Here we go. But it's a 5. 25. He's in the sand and 2 with a green 6. Calamity. This is a calamity. Is he sandy? Semi-sandy does not have the dot. It's going to be a double difficult putt for par. And now Max Elliott with a chance. If they 2-shot swing this, he gets his victory. 1-2-2. Par 4. Duffer. No. Hacker, no. He has a moderate putt for birdie. And he has a blue chip. So, first up is, so away is first up, and the away one is going to be the 1 of the double difficult. So Marcus Simanowicz Jr. What a dilemma we have here. Do we lag this so that he ends up with an easy bogey putt? Yeah, we're going to lag it. Can he make the lag? He would need, with this lag roll, we need a 1-1 and a dot to make it. Nope. So it's gonna, that makes an easy bogey. So if he makes that, then he needs to make that. Well, first off, we go to Elliott. He has a blue chip he's going to use. He's going to take this moderate to easy. If he makes this, he is the winner. Correct? He moves to -11. Simanowicz cannot stay at -11 no matter what he does. So Elliott, he has about a 9-foot putt here. We saw 2 weeks ago at Torrey Pines, Will Zalatoris with a putt about like this to win on the 18th at Torrey Pines, and he missed it, and they ended up losing in the playoff. Here we go with Elliott with a chance to win this. He needs to avoid a 5 or a 6, and he will have his first victory on tour. It's in! Max Elliott, your winner. And now Simanowicz thinks what could have been. He's going to make his easy bogey, which he does. Almost lost focus on that. Tough break. That was a 2-shot swing on 18. But Max Elliott, with his lucky pre-game roll, wins his first tournament on tour. Gets his exemption for 2 years. Beautiful day for him. Second place for Marcus Simanowicz. Nothing to thumb your nose at for him. It's going to put him in great position to continue on this tour. But see, this gives Elliott a chance to play in every tournament now. It'll enroll him in the Masterful next season. He's now almost certainly going to be able to play in the upcoming. What do we have? We have the Championship of the UK coming up. So, just all sorts of positives that come from that for one of those two guys. And unfortunately for Simanowicz, it wasn't him. So, tough break. Tough going there. You can't. You just can't. You just can't predict these things. You feel like they were both in good contention there. Let's see. Let's take this guy out of here. There. That's better. Okay. So let's center this a little more. So thanks for tuning in here. Your final score, Max Elliott -11. So a good Monday night deal here. So if we desire, we could let's see. Let's go and put in. We're going to have to do some adjustment here because we had some really poor play here today. Not the greatest group of golfers here, so that's a little better. Actually, let's go ahead and let Westinghouse be a little higher up here. We'll have him tied for 7th. We can get to see much of him, but these golfers weren't such a strong field. Yes. Hey, Larry. Yeah. Well, you're looking at the results now, so you're you're not you're too late. But just to recap, we had a 2-shot swing on 18 between Elliott and Simanowicz, so the Australian wins. Simanowicz hit his second shot into the bunker and left himself a terrible lie, which he couldn't overcome. So thought I could zoom this out more, but it looks like it's just tough. So anyway, yeah, that's about it. Here, you'd probably be better off if I move this guy right to the center of the screen, eh? Where are you? Here you are. Yeah, there. That's probably better. So, I don't know. Just being goofy. Anyway, I have to do some moving of... Just do the entry into my databases and stuff. That's what's all that's left. Yeah, little bro needed to buck up and but Dave is, yeah, you know, one thing I could do is I forgot I could do this. Marcus. Let's see, Dave, what does he have? He only has 1 win. And that was 2 years ago. Colonial Challenge. Big tournament. Did well. He won over $2 million that year. Finished 15th, but he's currently kind of lagging around at 92. Hasn't played in too many tournaments so far. Part of the problem here. But man, my laptop is chugging away here and it's getting warm. So let's go to career leaders. Oh, you know what I wanted to do first? Let's do this first. Let's go back here to where I was. And let's go ahead and come on, you just loaded up there, buddy. And let's go ahead and feed this in and see what we spit out. Could be fun to look at the way numbers update. But when I have a lot of data going through this, through the processing of the video and stuff like that, it really kind of bogs everything down. So it'll just take a minute here. It's thinking. So yeah, I hope everybody's week started off okay. Mine's not too bad. Watched a lot of golf this weekend. So sometimes what you need to do when this thing starts bogging down like this is you just kind of like restart it. Then once you disconnect it from the browser, Google Sheets does its thing. See, it didn't even accept the dang link I put in there, did it? That's how sluggish it was. It didn't even update that. It's got a lot of information to move around here. It's okay, here we finally got this to ask for authorization to load the data in. Once I get that, then this will really do its thing. allow access. Yeah, we'll give it access. Give it permission. Oh. This doesn't help. That isn't called that anymore. Now it'll be fine. All right. So let's go back to our career stuff here. Actually, we shouldn't do that, should we? We shouldn't do that. I'm goofing up. We should go to the main. Just taking time. Let's see. Do we have so we had Max Elliott, right? Where is Max Elliott? There he is. There he is. 39th. Broke $1 million. A good victory for him. So that brings him up in the top 40. Let's see. How did again? This is a lower prestige tournament. So see, we had Derek Young and little brother Marcus. Yeah, he's in the top 60 now. So Derek Young, he should be even higher, right? There he is, 22nd. 4 top 10s for him. So anyway, that's that. So thanks a lot, you guys. Have a good rest of your week. Probably be back maybe next weekend with another tournament. I'm probably going to take a short break from this to do some other things, but anyway, hang in there. I'm a little tired, but it'll all be all right. So I guess I should get this thing out of your way. You have any questions? Let's see. Oh, it would have been Marcus's first win, of course. Yeah, that was all 3 of those guys were first-time winners. This being a C tier, you had a lot of the interlopers, guys that are kind of, and that's one of the reasons I'm getting rid of the Slacker Tour next year, is because I don't really need that anymore. Now that I have at least half of my tournaments with these kind of 125 rank and lower. They're going to be playing a lot of these tournaments. There's no need to do the Slacker. They'll have plenty of chances to try and make it big. So yeah, thanks Darren, thanks Hammer, thanks, and Larry, and Ragi Nolkio. That's an interesting one, but hopefully nobody deciphers whatever that message means. But anyway, I'm gonna take off. See you soon, and keep rolling your dice. Have a good one.